Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 for this to the World Cup, our FIFA World Cup 2026. We started this counting down from 100 days, 90, 80, 70. We thought there were still more days, but right now it is just 4 more days. So today we'll try and see if we can look at the, Africa at the World Cup. What have we been doing? That is it. 4 days to go. Yeah, it is the men's World Cup. When we say World Cup, there is also the women's World Cup. So let that be corrected there. It is the men's World Cup, and it is just 4 days to go. So 10 teams will be representing Africa. So we'll look at their scorecards. For Cape Verde, that is quite easy for Cape Verde because Cape Verde have just been there this is the first time they are going. So they played none, they won none, they drew none, and they lost none. But the other 9 African teams, I will look at. We'll be looking at Nigeria. We'll be looking at Cameroon. Africa has 37 wins actually at the World Cup, 37 wins altogether. Nigeria has 6 of those wins. What Nigeria contributed, let me put it, not having, but contributed 6 of those wins, while Cameroon contributed 5. So you remove that 11, we still have 26 wins. How are those 26 distributed? Is it by just all the teams that are there, or by some of the teams that are not on this Mundial this time around? So we'll just take a look at that, and then of course, probably as we speak now, the Monaco Grand Prix have started. It's not really on our lineup, but Antonelli, Verstappen, and the resurgent Lewis Hamilton, 1, 2, 3 there on pole, and let's see how that one is going to pan out. The Federation's Cup, of course, with its usual, how do I say it, giant killing trends continued. Probably the few of the biggest teams there should be Nasarawa United and Ikorodu City. But the top teams have all fallen apart. It took the first and second to play themselves, Rivers and Rangers. So Rivers sent Rangers out, and after then, it was that it now became Rangers falling also on their own turf. So basically, it is not going. It's not going the way. We'll look at the Federation's Cup. We'll look at the Federation's Cup and then look at the last 8 teams that are standing. Because but there was something that really happened when Rivers were traveling to go and play Nasarawa United. Their boss, was involved in an accident. Their boss was involved in an accident, and that's exactly what happened. So they were leaving today. I think the game was yesterday. They were leaving on Thursday. It was on Thursday that they were involved in that particular accident, and then so they had to go back to Port Harcourt, prepare for it, and then went back. But eventually they crashed out on penalties. Enyimba also, Enyimba scraped through. But we'll give you the full details of the teams that are there. Yesterday, the Cinderella tale. We love this. We love cheering for the underdogs. Way back in 2021. There was that beautiful game between Leila Hernandez and Ima Raducanu, for the title of the U.S. Open title, and Raducanu won that. And then this one will say, look. Chaliska, how will she get that she got to the final? In fact, there was a quote that we'll give you what she said, because she came as a qualifier, playing 3 games before she entered, got into the main draw, and after then. The budget she has budgeted, she didn't think that she would get into the main draw, but even she's going to probably by round 1 or round 2 should have gotten out. She's going to round 1, round 2, round 3. We're talking about the quarterfinals, we're talking about the semifinals. She wasn't, and the vitality was going. She was, look, I just see hotels out there, and even if they are there, do I have enough cash to do that? So, but then the Federation took her to the finals, and we'll look at how that has affected her pulse, how much she won before then, and probably what this will do to her. And like we start talking about the Raducanu team, we'll go back to the Raducanu and see how that one pans out. But the big one also is that today, it will. Let me just talk about that because that is the on. She didn't go that. It is a 19-year-old Mira, Andreeva that collected it. It was her first one. In fact, the last 6 Grand Slams for women has been won by 6 different tennis players. 6. Nobody has done a double. 6, including the world number 1, Arina Sabalenka. Everybody 1. So you have 6. The last 6, but compare that to the male. But today it will be different because the last for the men's is been 6 for Carlos Alcaraz and 4 for Jannik Sinner. 10 of them, 2 of them, kind of that duopoly of Messi and Ronaldo in football. They brought it into tennis, and then it was there. But this time, Yannick went out in round 1 because Carlos didn't even come because he was injured. Yannick went out to Djokovic. Djokovic was the only man that in between has able to get a slam, but then he himself was knocked out. But today, it will be the man that has been almost there 3 times. This is his 4th final in Alexander Zverev, taking on Flavio Koboli. Koboli actually didn't play in the semifinals because his opponent, Matthew just said, look, I think I got a virus and it was bad. You can imagine trying to play in the semi-finals of a Grand Slam, and then you just got that. But the big one also is Serena. Serena is the GOAT. People call her the GOAT. Margaret Court of had 24, but they would say she was the GOAT. But she's back. Serena is back, and somebody else is also back. And the creamiest one is in the house. Sissy. Serena is back.
Yeah, she's back. I don't know why she's back, but she's got a reason. I mean, her kids get to watch her play at the highest level. I think maybe that's one of the motivation of her coming back. Serena Williams is back. She's going to start at Queens in the doubles.
Yeah.
I feel maybe that's what she's going to play, only doubles. I'm not sure she's going to play singles.
No, probably she's starting with doubles.
She's starting with doubles and then go to play singles. She's in her 40s, but I don't really know what she's trying to prove. Maybe she's not trying to prove anything.
Yes.
And she just wants to enjoy the game. Maybe she's missing out so much. She just wants to come up and, see what she can still contribute to the game. Because as you mentioned, when it comes to women's tennis, I mean, the French Open, there's so many players who have won French Open that we don't even know their names.
Yes.
Because after winning, they disappear.
Just
that one Grand
Yes.
Slam, and then that's
Mary
it.
Pierce.
So,
Somebody who is Mary
Pierce? He's like, who is she? So there's always something about the women. When Serena Williams, when she came here, she was dominant. But when it comes to the French Open, you always have one, underdog or a dark horse that will come up to always win the French Open. So Serena Williams coming back, it's going to add to the hype.
Exactly.
More money for WTA.
Yes.
Which I guess more people want to come watch Serena play.
Yeah.
So that's all the hype. I think it's just going to be promoting the sport in itself because Serena Williams on her own, she's a legend. I mean, she's a personality. She's someone everybody wants to see. So I think that's what it's going to give to WTA. But for her kids get to watch her play at the highest level. And I hope and pray at Queens she gets to win the title and her kids get to celebrate with her. Outside that, she's won everything. I mean, 23 Grand Slam, just one shot of the greatest of all time, Margaret Court. So when you see that and you see what she's done, there is no woman that is actually close to her when it comes to the current ones that are playing.
Yes.
Or even the ones that just retired recently, from Maria Sharapova to her sister, Venus, and all of them. None is actually close. We're looking at Coco Gauff, also looking at Sabalenka, Arina Sabalenka, as one of those players that may, get close to what she has achieved. But with their inconsistency now this year,
just four Grand Slam Arena, 4 Grand Slam for Naomi Osaka. And those are the Iga Swiatek is neither here nor there.
So the inconsistency in the women's game has actually made it impossible for you to actually pick one player that can say, okay, this is going to walk, on Serena Williams' shoes. So I think this is going to be a very great one for everyone who loves Serena Williams, everyone who loves tennis, everyone who just wants to see Serena Williams coming back at the highest level, really.
You did mention her sister, Venus. Venus is still playing. Is that kind of fine? So that if Venus is still do it. If my elder sister. Why not me? And then she did shed some weight.
Yeah, she did. She did. When she shed the weight, I had the feeling that with the way she's losing weight, is she going to come back to play tennis? I just had that feeling.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the announcement, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's done it. But I think maybe looking at the lighter Serena Williams, does she still have that firepower in her?
Yeah, okay.
you know, as you grow older, obviously the speed is not there.
The speed,
so
the movement.
The movement is
Yeah.
not there. But if you watch Serena Williams train, she's training as if she's still in her 20s. So that's the shocker here.
Everybody surprised.
Yeah,
they said
so
the movement that we're seeing, the movement on
the
court.
movement on court. So it shows she hasn't. The sport is still there. The physicality is still there. No, the talent, everything is still there.
Yeah.
So if her movement is like that and she steps on court, the only player I feel that can actually beat Serena Williams at the moment now could be maybe Arina Sabalenka, Coco Gauff. I'm trying to think which. I'm not sure Iga Swiatek actually beat.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Swiatek at number one. She couldn't retain. Arina Sabalenka I don't know what she's doing with being number one. I really don't know. I think she has a mental issue. You know, as in mental toughness.
Okay.
She did mention it herself that she wants to walk away because you can't see. I mean, in that game, I'm talking about Arina.
Arina, when she lost the game, the final set. The way she lost the final set, really was.
She was badgered.
Yeah.
She was
6-love.
World number
one. That hardly happened to anyone. But I think overall, I think Sabalenka, maybe what she said, she's walking away. I think she's just. Maybe it's a joke.
Or it's for the moment.
Or the moment, it could be. Because if you check the women's circuits now, who is actually close to her?
Nobody.
That's another thing, nobody. So Coco Gauff sometimes when you expect her to perform better, yes, she's still very young. So I think the pressure of carrying the whole United States on her shoulders is actually so much on her. And that's why Mira Andreeva said she had to speak to her psychologist before she played the final of the French Open. Because obviously she has been to the semi-final before. She was in semi-final in 2024.
Yeah.
I mean, at that particular age, she made her debut when she was 16, 2023. So 2024, she was in the semi-final of the French Open. So, and then she couldn't make it past that. Last 12 months earlier. So when you look at what she'd done in a short time in playing the French Open, so she needed to now speak to a psychologist for her to break away from reaching the semi-final and not being able to reach the final.
Yeah.
And now she reached the final, so she needed to win that final because you don't know when you're going to get to the final again. Serena Williams coming back like she's going to play at the French Open. The last time a Russian actually won the French Open was 2014, and that was Maria Sharapova. It's been a long time. So
and Serena was beating Sharapova like. It's like
I think at 19, so maybe what Sabalenka can draw from Mira Andreeva is to get a psychologist that she can speak to, so that at crucial moment, yes, she's been dominant in the past 3 years. She's been dominant. The only consistent player I've seen, you know, over the years, the last 3 years, actually Arina Sabalenka.
But it's not translating into slams.
Well, she's dominating some of the slams. I mean, coming into the French Open, she was literally unbeaten. But then losing at that level, I think that's what everyone is actually looking at. Yeah, but another player we need to talk about is Maya Shalinska.
Yeah.
Walinska. Yeah.
Chwalinska, yeah.
She's a Polish qualifier. I don't think a qualifier had ever won the French Open.
No.
So she could have been the first one, because we've seen that at the US Open. Imara Raducanu, when you mentioned,
2021.
When she played in the final and went on to win it. So I think, at 24, she's spent so much time in the lower circuits, the lower tier, you would say. Now, 24 been able to play her first main draw and also get into the final. So we need to give it up to her. And when rankings come out on Monday, she'll be ranked, I think, 21 in the world.
Yeah.
And she was ranked 114.
114, yeah.
114 going into the French Open. I think that's also a win for her, inspiring all other players.
Those are the six. You can see this, the last 6 slams. That is what you are seeing there.
Different winners.
6 different women, who has won the last 6 slams. Sissy just spoke of, Maya, Chwalinski just now. And let's see, when she's talking about, if the hotels will still be there. And then even if the hotels, say, pray for me, even if the hotels are there, will I have the money? You understand? Because she budgeted, so probably, Sissy, you can take that.
Well, I hope there are still some rooms available out there, or that I have enough money, because I know I earned quite a bit here. But that money, we will see what happens. Pray for me. Now, this was when she was coming to the French Open, right?
No, so this was when she has entered the main draw and was still moving. And then, hotels are no longer there. She coming as a qualifier, she will go and stay in a cheap hotel, thinking that probably if she's able to make the qualifiers, fine. Now her budget don't finish. She has earned money. She said, look, I have made some money here. But the money will not come until after the tournament. But before then, anyway, some people, if in Nigeria, they go. In fact, I received you guys are some these people that borrow people money. They will borrow somebody money who you don't know, and then you just hold your phone, and a text message will come, and they will start telling you that this person has not paid. Somebody was even causing human being on my phone. I got the text message, since you don't want to help me to pay my 50,000 this and that. I said, what is this? So probably if they are in Paris, they would have just called Chualena and say, collect of Maya, come, let us give you loan. So that
you'll be able to stay and see if you can win the Grand Slam. But I'm happy that she got to the final at the end of the day. And also, I mean, the money she's going to earn here is a great one. So the spotlight's really for her being able to get this far. Wimbledon is next. I don't know if she's going to get a wild card, but she said that if she doesn't get the wild card, she will give her all, to qualify and also get into. But when you're ranked 21 in the world, I don't know what is happening. So she's just thinking. She's thinking ahead, just as she was thinking ahead. The hotel issue.
Yes.
And she's thinking ahead. Will she get it or not? But I think I just want to see her at Wimbledon. What she's done at French Open, I hope she can continue with that. Not just like a flash in the pan that we've seen with some players, the play, and then that's the end.
See, it will be the loss of Wimbledon. If they don't give her a wild card. Because one, you understand, this in the French Open, she had to play 3 games to get into the main draw.
Yes.
Now, she is a drawer. And the crowd love her.
The way she plays.
People inside SW19 are waiting to see her. So, who are they going to put there? Probably, Serena, if she does well in Queens, probably she might also enter, for Wimbledon. And apart from Queens, other grass tournaments that are pre-Wimbledon tournaments will be there that will look at. She's test running. In fact, her sponsors are already using, and in fact, they're already making so much visibility, so much money already by just her practice. So, Maya is a draw. It's a big draw. The Polish community were all there, right there at the French Open. So who won't lose?
So Iga Swiatek has entered the background. So you now have another Polish star coming in. I love that.
Let's see how that goes. But then we're not leaving that immediately. Today there will be. You talked about maybe Arina Sabalenka needing a psychologist. Does Zverev need a psychologist? This is his fourth final.
If there's any player that would need it, it's definitely him. I mean, he's been trying over a decade to actually win a Grand Slam. It's been a long time. So,
since 2016.
I mean, they refer to him as unfulfilled talent. I mean, you don't want to have that name at all. So if you check what he had done, his greatest achievement was, I mean, he won gold at the Olympics for Germany. But after that, I mean,
that was the 2020 Olympics.
It's been hard, at the COVID Olympics. So it's been hard for him. I mean, the parents, we know, if you read his history, the parents were great tennis players.
His brother was circuit with him.
Yeah, he's on the same circuit with him too. So, I mean, you're looking at someone who has been there almost all the time. And now this is actually the right time. You're playing against Flavio Cobolli, who is really not well known. But then,
But Cobolli has beaten him once in the head-to-head.
Yes, head-to-head record, just once. That's what we're saying. So now you know how he plays because why? You've lost to him. So now, he was 20 when he was world number 3. So now at this stage, you're now looking at someone who said Roger Federer is his idol, But then, if you're looking at a player like that, I don't know how to actually put this because you expect him to have won a Grand Slam by now because he captured his 20th career title in 2023. Just imagine at that time. And right now, we're still looking at it. Now, take a look at the new era of dominance. Sinner and Alcaraz. It's always been them. Australian Open 2024, 2025, US Open 2024, Wimbledon 2025. That's for Yannick Sinner, 4 slams. For Carlos Alcaraz, 6 Australian Open, Roland Garros twice, Wimbledon 2021, US Open 2022 and 2025. Now, looking ahead to Roland Garros, so there's a fresh face, there's a fresh winner. No matter what's going to happen today, we know that it's either going
neither of them have ever won a slam.
So I think that's where the thing is. So if he's on the brink of getting something with the absence of Carlos Alcaraz, who could not play because of a wrist injury.
Yeah.
And of course, Yannick Sinner, it was a shocker for me. Second
Two
round.
sets up, and then the guy just
then he ended up losing. I don't know what really happened.
If I 6-1, we're talking about Bajel for Adidas.
Yeah.
He was just there hanging around. And Medvedev, the same thing. All those who have won the slam. So there's going to be a brand. In fact, both male and female, we're going to two brand, and that will be their first ever slam for this year. And so whether the male or female version, that the men and women version, that is what we are having. So we'll follow that. By the time we come in here by next week Sunday, they would have probably we'll see them when they're parading the trophy. We already have the 6th woman to have won that, but let us see the first man in the 11th game. Okay, we're talking about the breakdown of their prize money here. You were just talking about Maya.
Yeah.
Before the tournament, this is what she has earned: 864,000. And then in how many years? You understand that she has been troubling and going out, whatever. Yeah. She has never gone beyond 1 or 2 rounds in there. But here she is. By getting to the finals, she went on with $1.625 million.
I mean,
one great run.
You call it payday. Just have one great run, and then you get your payday.
just one great run. And the French Open, look at what she did. Yeah. Before the French Open, look at everything she has earned. Because she was saying, you think I earned all the money, but she has to go. When you are going there, your team, your hotel, your travels, because you are at the lower rung. You don't have sponsors, so you are just every money you earn. Before you know it, you have to push it. You are investing it back. But here you are. We're talking about Raducanu. Yeah. Raducanu won 2.5 million because when she beat Lele Fernandez right there. Now, before then, the highest career money she was getting was $75,000. In fact, her total prize money earlier was $40,000. She now won 2.5 million. But guess what? Right now, do you know how much she's worth? She is worth 19 million.
One of the highest.
19 million pounds. That's what she's worth now.
Yeah.
That's what she's worth now. So much because the endorsements came in, and then she now got good people that invest, that advise her. So, Maya, please, this money you have also got in. We have some people to advise you on how to invest properly. Because when you do that investment, it will come, you get it. You just be like, Raducanu has only won one title in her life. Only one. Before US Open and after US Open. After that, she has not won any other thing. She has not won a WTA 250, 500. The only thing she has won is the
US Open, the run, and everything.
When we do the World Cup, we will let you know. There are 2 players in history, CC.
Yeah.
Do you know the only time they have won? FIFA World Cup. They have never won league. They have never won cup. They didn't win anything in their lives, but they won the FIFA World Cup. See, this life no balance.
Players. I've been thinking. I'm trying to think at the moment.
This life no balance. Let me tell you, people have been winning 20 league title, 40. This the only title. One of them played for Fulham. Okay. All his career. And in the 1960s World Cup, he got into the English England team. They got to that final. They defeated Germany by 4-2. He didn't leave Fulham. He collected that World Cup. That World Cup medal is the only title he won in his life.
Well, it's bigger than every other thing.
Oh, yeah, he's a world champion.
He's a world champion.
FIFA
so, I mean, when Ronaldo comes and he's out, I mean, you're talking about world champion.
He's greater than Ronaldo.
That's as simple
because
as
if you are counting tennis based on the big slam that you won,
I mean,
the same McGregor. If not, how many Olympic gold medals that Serena has individually and doubles with her sister?
No, but can we leave Serena when we are talking about great? Because at the end of it, it's like she's just something else. I mean, we've seen athletes. I mean, who will tell themselves that I haven't achieved anything because I haven't won gold at the Olympics. So they want to just add that to what they've achieved.
In fact, some people are even shading Federer that the one you want is, you say double, but this guy, that Nadal and the Murray has two. We're just talking about here that has one. And then if he wins this one too, he now has a Grand Slam
and also Olympic gold medal. But he needs to win more, really. Because
probably I would recommend you as a psychologist for him.
Yeah, I'll be free of charge. I could do that. Yeah, for free. I'll do that for him for free. Really.
Okay, that is what we're talking about tennis. We're talking a lot on tennis, but let's talk about let's talk football. Let's just come back, start from home. There is the leagues have ended. We know who the champions are. Holy. Enugu Rangers are not the champions. They've taken that, came down to Lagos. They came to Lagos to beat Ikot. You could do. Thank God that you guys are progressing, because last year your debut season in the MPFL, you almost got on the continent, and it was just like this. You couldn't do it, and then you had an opportunity again. 3SC was losing to Niger to lose, and you guys were losing at home. But Rangers needed it more. Rangers fought for it. I told you today I was supposed to have Rangers, celebrate the title and look at, I think where we had at. The governor gave them 100 million for the players to share. Not one person, I'm not gold and say whatever it is. 100 million for the players to share, but then give them land. And somebody whispered it to my ears, Ken, if you know how much one of the plot of land are worth, over 40 million for those lands. So basically, it has been a very good season for them, apart from every other thing that they are getting. And I do know that also they will be feted. They will be feted, around the state. Guys celebrate Rangers. Arsenal had the trophy parade. So now win league. Now the same league Rangers win. So, and then Rangers, you guys, that trophy parade, which I tell you guys, let us see your visual so that we can push it down here and see how. But you can take it round. You can even take it to, apart from Enugu, take it to Aba, take it to Wiri, take it to Oka, take it even no go Port Harcourt. Just come because Rivers United.
They can bring it to Lagos.
They can bring it to Lagos. Yes, you can parade it at Alaba International.
Yeah.
You know, and the Rangers have Rangers and the fans that they have there, have the fans and the guys will be there. So we can do that. Because I saw all the streets where they were mapping out in North London, where they were parading 22 years of the league. Rangers won it like 2 seasons ago. I think 2024. Yeah. So I mean, it's not like a big deal for them. So that's why we should celebrate them more.
Once they surpass Eimba, they've
back to back, 2004 Champions League.
And not just that, they won 9. Eimba won 9.
Yeah.
There's no other team that's actually close to it in terms of the numbers of titles in MPFL.
Yes.
So just maybe when they hit number 10, I mean, the celebration can be wild.
Okay.
So
they can come to Lagos then?
Yes, they can come to Lagos,
okay.
So win the next one. And, when you listen to what Mobi talking about, Amobi talking about their general manager, he said something about the Rangers, if they have the support system, and they should be able to win the CAF Champions League. And airline like Enugu Air can bring it to Enugu State.
I think they have an airline now. That Enugu State has an airline, just like Ibom. I think I don't know.
No, they don't. So we are waiting for that time where they can actually have that. Being able to bring that trophy home. That's something you can really celebrate. I mean, when they CAF Champions League.
They have I think I think it was Finidi I was talking with, and he said, look, that Rivers United, that I think, because I was asking about this issue of players who do not stay in the league, they do well, score 3, 4, 5 goals. The next thing, everybody is off. You make some appearances and you are off. And it's looking at Rivers United are also looking at going to other African countries to go and scout. They can pay.
Can they pay?
Yeah.
Do they have the structure and the facilities to sustain those players you're going to bring in? Because if you check most of the leagues across Africa now, I think Nigeria is actually behind when it comes to infrastructure.
And payment.
And payment.
Yeah.
So that's the thing they need to work on. It's not about getting these players. It's getting these players to stay and be comfortable enough to stay with them. How many players can travel for 13 hours to another venue to play games when the flights are not available? So these are some of the things he needs to look at, really, because it's not just enough for you to say you need to bring in these players. Can you sustain them?
Can you sustain them? When you bring them, when you employ them, will you be able to pay? I think Rangers have, Rivers have the money. There is oil money there.
Okay.
So they can do that. And then if you do well, just like we're talking about, if you do well, look at the teams. Look at Al-Ali, look at Sonda, look at teams that went to represent Africa. There is so much money now at the FIFA Club World Cup, and see how much see how much they are making. If I would just drop that, it's like BIM. There are some alerts that will enter your phone. So we enter Kim, So that kinking, so we enter bin. You understand?
The fat ones.
And when you look at it, you will just smile. Even if you have malaria, it will go immediately. All right. And let's look at the Federations Cup results. I said I will know the teams that have progressed into the last 8 days. It was the round of 6 days. Let us say going to the round of 8. Do we have that so that we can do that and briefly touch? Okay.
So you have the results from the round of 16. Sokoto United and Adamawa United. So Sokoto winning by 2-0. Benin Insurance 3-3 against Economy Warriors. But Economy Warriors ended up winning that one
on penalties.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have Benin Insurance out, Eimba out, Rivers United also out of it. Kada Warriors and Wiki Tourists winning by 3-1. Bida Lions and Flight FC winning by a lone goal. Rivers and Nasarawa went 2-2. They went into penalty, of course. Nasarawa end up going into the next round. For Plateau United, they beat FC Basira by 2-1. Ikorodu and Eimba, that's the one we're talking about earlier. Ikorodu still in the pole position to get a continental ticket, taking out Eimba in the round of 16. You have Sunshine Stars and
under 19. They're under 19.
On their under 19 team, yeah. So they lost to Bara by 2-1. So there you have your quarterfinalists. So you have a team like Sokoto United, a team like Economy Warriors, a team like Kada, Wiki Tourists. You have Flight FC. You also have Nasarawa United. You've got Plateau United. You have Ikorodu City, and of course Bara FC are the ones that will be in the last 8. That's the quarterfinals.
Okay, I think we want to go on a very short break. When we come back, it will be World Cup, and World Cup. Stay with us. I will also open the lines so that you join us.
Tú eres bueno para cantar, es la ola. Pausados para la foto.
The World Cup will kick off in Mexico City. 2 days after that, the whistle will blow at New York, New Jersey Stadium as Brazil and Morocco play the first of 8 games just across the Hudson. Over the month that follows, there will be drama. There will be last-minute goals. Belgium will inevitably be called a dark horse. Some teams will seek to adopt the defensive tactics of the special one, Jose Mourinho. To put it bluntly, many a nation will park the bus. I'm not here to slander those who park the bus. It is a legitimate strategic approach on the field. But I am here today surrounded by city, state, and leaders at every single level to make one thing clear to everyone who is watching. New York City will not be parking the bus. The World Cup will be an enormously exciting moment for our city. But over this month to come, excellence will not only be pursued on the pitch. Excellence will be pursued in the work that government will do and has done to ensure that our infrastructure, transportation networks, and emergency preparedness plans are fully operational. New Yorkers should plan for increased congestion and traffic delays, especially in Manhattan, where there will be some altered street and bus routes in Midtown specifically. I told you that we wouldn't be parking the bus, but I do want to encourage New Yorkers traveling into Midtown to park their cars at home, take a bike, ride the subway, or walk. Public transit will be running and able to get you where you need to go. For New Yorkers lining up to take New Jersey Transit, we will close 33rd Street between 6th and 8th Avenue, as well as 32nd Street between 6th and 7th Avenues on match days. These blocks will be closed to traffic, and they will be closed at least 6 hours before each match. Once again, if you can avoid driving into Midtown Manhattan on a match day, I'm encouraging you to do so.
All right, you're welcome back. You're welcome back. And New York is ready. New York is ready. So don't worry. If traffic catch you, they make it comfortable. Look, they are preparing for both when the games are on, the day the games are not on. New York said, we are ready. Just come over here. Those are the kind of story I would do, the confidence, that, people talk with it. Sissy just, left the show now, but she's in the house. She's still in the house. And then they are in the house again. My guys are back. Where is here? Obe, how are you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. And when I just saw Vice President J.D. Van, just reminded me those days where we're trying to host at Jacona will always be here, our officials. And
The
I
night
think we
wonder of
started
the
with
world.
General Sani Abacha,
Yeah.
and we ended up with General Abdusalami
Abubakar.
Abubakar, and glorious days.
Jimmy, congratulations, Arsenal. They say PSG saved the world.
Ken, I'm disappointed that you didn't add champion Jimmy.
Okay, champion Jimmy.
So
Congratulations,
you had-
congratulations, champion
because
Jimmy.
you remember I warned clearly that everywhere goes scatter. And the Arsenal celebration you've seen in the world over, that's exactly what it is. And be ready for, dominance. This is an era of dominance for Arsenal. I don't understand. Why are you laughing? I'm sure you understand.
After 70 years, when Newcastle won the Carabao Cup, the way it was celebrated, I can't imagine Man City celebrating Carabao Cup.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But Pep said something very significant and said, look, the base for any Champions League triumph will have to be your consistency in your league. And that is what Arsenal have done in the past 4 years. But I think I'm saying it again. We should watch out for Arsenal under Arteta.
See, listen to me.
Don't try to controverse.
No. See, Jimmy.
Okpa is speaking from the heart.
Yes, Okpa is speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from the head. Because what? You see, when you guys start this dominance, you understand?
Yeah.
You're going to dominate. No, but it is. Nobody stopped me from dreaming.
Yeah.
No,
it's not about dreaming. It's about the vista of opportunities
reality
open.
over sentiment.
Yes.
PSG were in this situation.
Absolutely.
They were blown away by Bayern. In the final, their first ever final.
Okay.
And from there, even with Messi,
The
Mbappe,
MSN.
they never got anything. They went back to their bases.
Yes.
And of course,
They went
two
back
finals.
to the base.
Yes.
See, did Valencia play back-to-back finals?
Ken,
No, I'm asking him now. Calm down.
different things.
Valencia,
Why cherry pick?
Valencia did not win the league.
You say what?
They did not win
But
the league.
they won
But at the end
on
of
the
the day,
continent.
they went. Valencia is like a Sevilla. They will always go back to their traditional level. Which,
Absolutely.
you see, after the back-to-back, they won the UEFA Cup.
You see, you know what I'm saying is, I always say this. Give it to, like I said, I celebrate when you win. I celebrate. It doesn't matter whether you
And
won.
the way you celebrate
it doesn't.
gives me concern. Please, celebrate as hard as you banter Arsenal, please.
Okay. I celebrate Arsenal the way I banter Arsenal. Without 38 games without a red card, 38 games without a penalty against. And then they went to Europe.
Please
and
continue.
You guys went to
We
Europe.
need more of the superlatives.
You guys went to Europe and collected three red cards and three penalties.
Yeah.
And of course, and you wanted one shot. The one even with your guys were dragging somebody down.
Ken, you have to go for that. But it's fine. I mean, it's,
Congratulations, Arsenal.
Once again.
In this family,
Vice champions of Europe.
Vice.
who remembers whoever came second? Nobody does.
Guys, let's talk World Cup, John. We have celebrated we celebrate Rangers, we celebrated all those. We celebrate those who win, and then we banter them when they don't. That is what it is. I mean, just take it. It is light-hearted. We open the lines, even as we're going to the World Cup, so you guys can join us here. Which African team do you think will go further? But let's look at the scorecards of the African teams. 10 teams are going. 9 of them have been going before. Let's see when they went, how the time they went, what's the performance. Nigeria is not going, Cameroon is not going. We have 37 wins by all African teams since 1930 because Egypt was there as far back as 1934. Egypt, they have never won a game at the World Cup. All right, let's go.
So the Moroccans are best finished as a continent semi-final the first African team to reach the semi-final, and also the first African team to reach the knockout stage in 1986.
Yeah.
So the Ghanaians quarter-final 2010, they reached the quarter-final in 2010, narrowly missing the semi-finals. Cameroon, the first African side to get to the quarter-finals in 1990.
You know you are in love with Cameroon. That when they went in '82,
yes,
they were unbeaten. They finished their first appearance at the World Cup. They were unbeaten.
And talking about continuity, that team, they started winning African Football of the Year from '76.
Yeah.
The spine of that team, and they knocked us out twice to win the AFCON. The Senegalese, they made African dream.
They beat us 3 times.
In 2000, yes. The Senegalese made African dream in 2002 when they shocked France without Zidane. They reached the quarterfinal, losing on golden goal to Turkey in 2002. Nigeria, most knockout stages for any African.
Who's putting Nigeria here? Nigeria is, I mean,
no. We have reached the knockout stage.
We are not going to this World Cup. We are talking about those people that went to this World Cup. We are not there. Simbe.
What I think
and
is
the
most
Egyptians.
Yes.
Okay.
Is exactly the Egyptians. The fact that the winningmost team in Africa is not even here.
They are yet to win a match.
They are yet to win in the World Cup. It says a lot.
No, I understand this what we are saying.
Yeah.
It's not as I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I am saying as at now, the people that they are lighter under the table. It's not what we are talking about here.
Yeah.
We are talking about the 10 teams represent Africa. We're not talking about Nigeria.
So
we're not talking about Cameroon.
Immediately you saw Nigeria pop up.
We didn't I thought Nigeria pop up. I was wondering. I didn't want to say it was smuggled into this thing. I don't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. And I'm not saying it because it's more than I've seen. That's why I talk. I didn't say it. I'm only saying we have 10 teams. You understand?
Yeah.
We have Morocco. Yeah. Daddy said we have Senegal.
Yeah.
I mean, we have. In fact, when the southern zone, we have South Africa.
Yep.
Then you came back with Cape Verde.
Yeah.
You enter West African zone. You have Ghana. You have Senegal. You have Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah. Then you move to the north. You have Algeria. You have Tunisia. You have
I don't know whether you are trying
Egypt.
so
You have Morocco. You understand?
You are trying so hard to rub it in. You know, the fact that we are absent at this point.
Are you there?
Jimmy,
back to back, you've not been there.
It's not about back to back. It's shameful.
It's shameful. Back to back, we've not been there.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you are coming from, really. It's a very sad tale. At this point in time, we begin to regret the fact that we are not in a consecutive World Cup final. It's the greatest stage. You were talking about 2 players that played at the World Cup, never won any domestic title, didn't win on any continent and all that. And it says a lot about what this represents, especially for those of us that, you know, somewhat place international football ahead of club football.
Yeah.
Where you start talking about the greats,
the
likes of Pele, where you start making distinction between Ronaldo of Portugal, who has not won the World Cup, and maybe Messi, or even the greatest of all time, Pele, that was able to do it in 58, 62, and 70. So it says a lot about what we are not doing right and whether we are actually ready to get it done so that in 2030, we're not going to complain about all the things we have complained about.
FIFA increased from 48 to 96, to 96 teams. So when they do that,
I think what FIFA or CAF can also do to help us.
Yes.
You know, before, when you play, a win was 2 points, a draw 1 point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think draw gives you a false sense of belief and hope.
Yeah.
You know, we drew 5 matches, and that is why we are where we are now.
Yes.
So I think if a win becomes 4 points, a draw 1 point, I think the gap, even for league matches, will be wide. If we had been on a 4 point, 1 point, I think we'll have done better.
Does that serve a global purpose or for the Nigerian?
They changed it because they didn't. They say a lot of teams will now play for draw.
Yeah.
So they now look when the draw hurts you. Like in the Japanese J League, if you now play like 0 draw, there will a winner must emerge. It's like in most of the American games, that's why they call it overtime. You need the end for draw. If you now get draw, they will go over there and say, "Let us get a winner has to emerge." You were talking about those two players that won the only title they won is the World Cup. One of them is George Cohen. He played for Fulham. And let me tell you this, he played in the 66 World Cup, and that is the only title he won. He won in his 13-year career.
Wow.
With Fulham, he won nothing. So in 66, he made the World Cup team, and bam, England went straight and won it. The next person has in 1950. In 1950 is the year that Brazil changed their jersey. 1950 was the year people said Uruguay came. After winning in 1930.
Yeah.
They came because we have 1930, 34, 38.
34, 38.
You have Italy, France.
Yeah.
Italy winning and, in 38 defending.
Yeah.
The World War came in and then there was nothing again. So there was no, it's supposed to be in 42,
until
and then
50.
in 46,
Yeah, 40, yeah.
there were no. Then in 50, World Cup came back, and Brazil, oh yeah, bam. The Uruguay came. Uruguay were the underdog, but they beat Brazil. Brazil changed that jersey. Until today, they have not won it again. You understand? now, in that World Cup, one of the guys here, let me not read there, he said, Jose Louis Brown. You understand? You understand who?
That broke his hand in the final,
in the
86
final.
final. And died, unfortunately, in the car crash.
All right. So,
Ken, I think we also have Christoph Kramer,
Yeah.
the German player that suffered concussion
In the final.
That was the only title he ever.
Yeah.
he ever
Okay.
won.
Morocco.
The 10 African countries, Morocco
Yeah.
did their 7th appearance.
Yeah.
They are going as whether African champions or
They are I don't know. We are
And they
Nigeria and
will reach
Senegal.
the semi-finals in
we
2022.
have the Senegalese going there.
4 appearances.
4 appearances. Started in 2002, and here they are. We have the Egyptians 4 times.
And the
And
first
the best is the
African team to
group
go.
stage.
And there are only 2. There are only I think 2 or 3 draws out. All the Ghana in the appearances.
And unfortunately for them, in 1990 they were in that group of death with the Dutch European champions, the English, and the
Your
Irish.
favorite.
And
Your
of course,
favorite.
all the 6 matches all were draws except them
one.
losing to the English. So
Then
we
Ghana.
have the Ghanaians 5 times, quarterfinal in 2010. We have the South Africans 4 times. The first host not to make the knockout stage of the World Cup.
South
That's
Africa,
South
yeah.
Africa. Yeah. Then we
And
have
then
the
Qatar supported them.
Yes. we have the
Tunisia,
Tunisians
7
times. 7 times. The pride of Africa.
Our first win on the when they defeated, that was in 86.
On the, yeah.
No,
yeah.
is it 78? 78 when they beat Mexico.
And they justified stopping us from going to that World Cup.
Yes, 3-1 it was.
The
They justified
Algerians.
it.
Yes.
That's ODS now.
By winning.
Yeah.
ODS.
By giving Africa her first ever win at the World Cup. Tunisia justified it.
Absolutely.
So we have the Algerians who made FIFA to have a rethink about the last set of matches in the group stage.
Yeah.
When the shame of Guillaume between
Germany. Even before the shame of the young, there was the shame in 78. Argentina, Peru.
Exactly.
Argentina, Peru. I don't know why they didn't act on that denied Brazil a chance to play in the final.
So we have the Ivorians 4 times yet to make the knockout stage.
Yeah.
We have the Congolese
Dr. Congo.
who picked the slot after African fought for his sole slot.
And they had the worst hammering an African has ever had.
3-0, 4-0, and
They were, I think, was it 9 or how many? They were hammered by they were Zaire.
They have a Yugoslav coach,
Yeah.
and against Yugoslavia, they were
They were hammered.
And Cape
So
Verde.
we have Cape Verde.
They make it their debut.
That's debut.
All right. So those are your 10 African teams that will be at the World Cup. What we'll try to do probably we would have done that today, but we didn't do it. We'll bring in their first games that they want to play. By the time we're coming back on Sunday, some of those teams would have played their first game because of course on June 11th it will be Mexico taking on South Africa. So we'll have known the results. We'll know the result of those who have played and also those who are to play. I probably will ask you now, to you guys when the calls come in. Let us know your teams. You make your predictions, and then probably we'll reward you if you get it rightly. Right now, let me just away from the World Cup, it's still football. Jurgen Klopp or Jose Mourinho? With the Real Madrid presidential aspirant once says, if I win, I'll bring in Mourinho. I will bring in Haaland. The other one, if I win, I will bring in Jurgen Klopp. But Jurgen Klopp, they ask about, they say, look. We didn't say we are going. The man is still enjoying his semi-retirement. Yeah. His semi-retirement. He just said, "Look, he's cooling down."
But now that this guy is also going on sabbatical, Pep, I think Klopp will be willing to come back.
Why?
No, what Pep did to his psychology, Ken. Just like what Mourinho did to Pep.
No. I know you were going there.
But for Mourinho, it has to be for Mourinho. It has to be for Mourinho. I don't know why you're asking that question.
No.
Klopp, Mourinho.
No, I'm not talking about, I'm not even asking him. I'm just looking at the politics that, look, they want to sway votes. They want the voters to vote for them. This one said, I'm going to bring in this. Man City has said they will sue them. They will say they want, because there is no buyout clause in Haaland's contract.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are they poaching?
But Ken, no player says no to Madrid.
No, players will say no to that.
Allah will not.
No, but
much more than
it is
Pep
not-
is leaving.
it is not appropriate.
Will Messi say, will Piqué, Gerard Piqué say yes to, so I guess no player say no to
Ken,
Madrid.
no
So,
player
Ken,
says
the
no.
question
A Catalan will not say yes to Madrid.
Okay.
There is no Catalan that will say yes to
The
Madrid.
Figo didn't play in Madrid. and Barcelona.
Figo is a Portuguese.
Enrique did the swap.
Enrique
did the swap.
to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won't see a Catalan who will say I want to play for Madrid.
It's that deep.
How you want to do it now?
It is that deep.
But
really.
Mourinho is Portuguese, so.
So
And
now-
Alan is the Viking
So
of
no, they
Norway.
don't say no player. No, they
No,
talk
no,
that kind of
Ken.
thing. No, they talk.
No player says no to Madrid.
I don't understand. Ken, are you saying a player?
I've just
from the
mentioned-
Catalans. Apart from the Catalans,
Eh,
are you saying
now
a
you are
player
qualifying it.
will have interest from Madrid and defy the interest?
There are players, let me tell you something. There are players, especially most Portuguese players,
Yeah.
about 80 to 90% of Portuguese, their dream is either to play for Madrid or to play for Barcelona.
Absolutely.
That is where they want to go.
Globally,
You understand? I remember even when Cristiano Ronaldo was in
Ronaldo,
Manchester
yeah.
United, he was still dreaming of the club he was, because it is not a border. So you are looking up to say,
Of
this is
course,
the teams
of
you want to
course,
play for.
yeah,
And basically that is the thing. So you can't take that from them. Their boyhood team. But
Yeah.
then now we see footballers talk like politicians. The moment a club signed them, oh, this is
They are the
club
best.
in
I'm paying
world.
for the badge. They kiss the badge. They display the badge.
Now begin to suspend them because they don't talk like politicians.
Yeah.
No, they are. When
Yeah,
Don Belly talk
yeah,
like
yeah,
when Nigerian players start.
A lot of money is involved. And
this-
naturally so, this is part of the training they receive.
Yeah.
The agents have to make them understand that you have to communicate rightly. You have to communicate
Except
to
for
the art of the
except for
player, of
Robio,
the fan
who
base.
got to Man City and was talking about Chelsea.
Because he didn't know where he was coming
Yes,
from.
But
he was
that's an
hijacked.
anomaly.
When he
He
went,
was
no,
hijacked.
they just
That
hijacked
was
him.
They hijacked
misnomer.
The
deal.
guy didn't
They
know the
hijacked
club
the
he was
deal.
going to play for. They just carried him.
they hijacked
See, most
the
of these agents, the way these things were done before, that normalcy is returning. The Mascherano and Tevez, the way they were,
What about Mikel Obi?
that one, he said he was kidnapped.
That was clear eye.
They say he was kidnapped. Even after Man United has unveiled him. I mean, but Chelsea ended up paying Manchester United 12 million,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely,
pay more than 4 million for him for just signing.
But Chelsea
Yeah.
also recouped those investments.
Yeah, no,
They recouped.
he was
Over
a
time, it's about
fantastic
money,
player.
They refused.
One of my
Exactly.
favorite players of all time is John Obi Mikel.
They
But that will
Wow.
not stop us from telling the truth.
They
Wow.
recouped
We have to
the
speak the truth now.
Wow.
So they
Wow.
Okay, let's see. When the Boateng, when the
fan we don't
when the Boateng, when you had to play for Ghana and Jam that, and we're talking about siblings. But in this World Cup, there will be 8 siblings. 8 brothers, 8 teams out of 16 brothers who will be playing at the World Cup. 4 of those siblings will be playing for the same country, while the other 4 will play for different countries. So let's go.
So Lucas and Theo
United by
Hernandez
country. They are playing for the same country.
will be playing for France.
Yeah.
Quentin and Jurin Timber, Netherlands.
Yeah.
Laros and Deroy Duarte, Cape Verde. Leandro and Juninho Bakuna, Curaçao. Gela and Desire Dore, they will be playing for
Cote
Cote d'Ivoire and France.
Then Inoki and Nico Williams.
Yes.
Ghana.
Yes. Ghana and then Spain. Yeah.
Derek Lucasin and Brian Bro. Is that Bro, is it?
Yes.
So they'll be playing for Ghana and
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
John and Ari Sota.
That is the Jamaica plan and that, yes.
These are siblings.
And New Zealand. So basically, so you can see them. The same parents, so brothers, so the same brothers, they are playing for. These ones are playing for the same country. These ones are playing for different countries. So that will be.
When Ivory Coast and France did play,
Yeah.
you need to have seen the look on Desire.
Oh, when his brother
Gela
scored, you understand?
I mean,
and then he was
out of the
sitting.
2 of them, we would have expected Desire to score.
Yeah.
Not even Gela as a
but Gela
defender,
scored.
but he was the one that scored.
Yeah.
And it says a lot about, being split by heritage, where one brother is playing for this country, the other is playing. At the end of the day, even at club level, you see the bond.
No, we saw when
And-
Ghana played Germany now at the
Germany,
World Cup.
The Boateng
exactly.
The
brothers.
Boateng brothers.
Boateng
You
brothers.
understand? And when Jerome said, I'm playing for this, while
It's more about call-ups.
all right, we have just a few more seconds to go.
Mary Andreva, I just love everything about her. I'm happy to have witnessed, the possibility of a new champion.
Yeah.
Getting in the fray also alongside the likes of Swiatek, Coco Gov, Sabalenka, and I think their glory days coming to tennis more.
Wimbledon, are we seeing a champion in Wimbledon?
Ken, with injuries and...
For the females?
For the females, I don't think so.
Because we have six champions. One of them will go and echo.
The old cards will come back.
Today, who takes it today? Zverev?
It has to be Zverev. When you consider the fact that he's had his career, the total number 124 wins, 40 losses, as against 19 wins for Koboli and 10.
Those are
the mental edge, even the edge to head. Yeah, the fact that he has been in the finals 4 times, Koboli has not been there. Those are the factors that naturally will play in Zverev's
Zverev or Koboli?
They've played Munich.
Koboli didn't play semi-final.
They played Munich and Madrid.
And it's special.
They beat themselves. But number 2, number 10, with the Olympic experience, I think Zverev should get it.
All right. They say it's Zverev's time. Alex, is it your time? Our time now is to go. I'm Kenneth Chonogo. Until we get 10 and 6 Sunday, God bless Nigeria.